Well, welcome to the Fragrance Nut. Hey, today we're going to talk about something from Medina, and that is none other than from the house of Tariq Al Oud. And these are Attars. I don't know if you're familiar with Attars, but that just means that it's 100% pure oil, no alcohol. But the two that we're going to talk about, and there are more that I'm going to order from this company, but we're going to talk about the obvious, and that is none other, and they come in this little box here, smaller version of that box. Just inside, that is Misk Tahara. Now, and of course, as you can see, that it is a white musk. And I have tried other Misk Tahara, so typically they are I can't really tell the difference. So it must be the ingredients that they all use out of the Middle East. And there is also, if you don't find this online, there's a one in New York, and that you can find. So that it's the same thing. Excuse the noise, but I'm outside in the park here, and it is hot here in St. Louis. But let's get this show underway. So, these come in various sizes, so I just wanted to test it to see if it was similar to other Misk Tahara. The difference in and they're supposed to have a new bottle design, but here what I do know is it twists off, so it can lock. You pull up the little dipstick, of course, rub it. You can rub it on your clothes. Lasts a long time. Smell it even into the next day. My wife loves it. It was one of her favorite. The moment she smelled it, she said, "Oh my God, you got it for me." Okay. Anyway, what you'll find here is a typical clean white musk, and it is soft and clean. Very light florals. If I had a chance to, because I don't know what the type of floral, but if I had to guess, definitely I pick up some form of iris, perhaps, and then maybe some jasmine. Not overly feminine at all. Is to me straight up the middle. It's good. It's powdery. My wife and I both love powdery scents. It's just like what you can say, fresh out of the shower. And I'm not a real freshy guy, but when I don't want to lean on the good stuff, then I grab one of these and we're good to go. It's got some slight amber, so it's not real ambery to it, in my opinion, to my nose. But and it probably, before it sits close to the skin, I probably say this thing could probably project at least 4 or 5 hours, and then it probably gets in close. And maybe if you're wearing it in the summer, as it heats up on your body, then it wafts through the air very nicely. Like I say, it's really nice. I can't say anything bad about it. There are some other musks that I want to try and have tried. And then this next one we're going to talk about is, now this seems familiar to me as well. This is called Misk Al Rawdah, Rawdah. Misk is the same word as musk, so it's just replacing the I with the U, M-U-S-K. So now we're going to just say M-I-S-K, but the same thing, musk. And in this one, there's a vast difference in this one. This one here has a rose, it has vanilla, and then it has that white musk, and I'm going to imagine that's at the base, because I pick up more of the rose and the vanilla for quite some time before it gets done. But the word specifically, and I'm not Muslim or Christian, I'm free to listen and accept a lot of different things for understanding. But this here means, Rawdah means the piece of Rawdah. So it would be like what you find during if you want to say during Ramadan maybe, and especially in Medina or Mecca. This is what you would smell if you walked in, I guess, a mosque, temple, whatever. Hey, those bells are appropriate, isn't it? But I hope you can overlook that and hear me well. Anyway, but they are changing the bottles from what I understand. I don't know what that bottle would look like, but they're going to have a new bottle. But these are like your three meal size. But I believe the largest comes in the 12 mil size, which they call a Tola, T-O-L-A. And these perfumers are from the Islamic world. So, and Middle East have always been, you could probably say, we think of, if you're in the Western world, you think of Paris, Italy, places like that. But if you think of biblical times, you remember, the three wise men, frankincense, myrrh, and incense. So you would say the fragrance actually probably started in parts of Africa, the Middle East, and then it branched out to places like Paris, Italy, largely because back in the day, they didn't have showers. And so they created fragrance to cover it up. Thank God we got showers now that we can moisturize it and put it on. Because I don't know what that would smell like, being funky and smelling good at the same time. Don't want to find that out. Anyway, what is your favorite musk oils, and do you have any favorites? Have you tried any Attars? Some of the Attars that I've tried in the past that were beautiful, and now you have some now, but they're not as good as, and that is none other than the House of Amouage. And they had two that I can think of that comes to mind, and one was called Tribute, and one was called, I said how comes to mind. It's not coming to mind. Anyway, in another video, I'll probably bring that up. But it was Tribute was my favorite. I would always say there was probably something Darth Vader would wear because it was dark and it was beautiful. And it was by the House of Amouage, when that's all they made at the time were Attars. And then they started making sprays in, I'd say, late 90s, coming into the early 2000s. And then they started making sprays, and they got away from the Attars. And then I'd say maybe in 2012 or 13, they started introducing Attars again. But in my opinion, just was not as good as the old Attars that they began with out of Oman. Anyway, that's all I have for you. Monday, because some of my buys have gotten pushed back. Today is Friday. I would have been able to knock out one tomorrow, but I got some YSL Muse coming. I got 1907 by Bodicea, the Victoria's coming. And then I have I think it's called Anne Francois from Celine coming. And then I have two private lines of product that's coming. And so I'm going to be knocking those out perhaps on Monday. I may not do a full review because I'm going to just try to get them out of there while I'm off work. And then I'll be able to knock those out. But drop a comment if you're familiar with some of your favorite fragrances of those that I mentioned. Oh, and there's also the Noor by Le Labo that's coming. And TariqAlOud.com, or the house, I believe it may be called the House of Oud in New York. And so if you don't find that website, I'm sure you can find the Misk Tahara there. I purchased it before. And even, I believe I've even tried one by Rasasi, and that might have been my first. It was ambergris and Misk Tahara, something like that. But anyway, that's enough said. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. If it is your first time, welcome that you stayed around almost 10 minutes with me. But above all, leave comments, because I love to find out what you know, what you appreciate, that we both can appreciate, and I will buy it and try it. Anyway, thanks. Always remember, keep smelling good. Bye.